Hello, I'm Richard Hunter, Head of Markets, and a Happy New Year. Welcome to our first look ahead of 2023 for the week commencing the 9th of January. The calendar year may have changed, but the themes have not. We're still getting concerns emanating from the US that the Federal Reserve doesn't yet have any intention of lessening the pace of its hiking rate cycle. The consensus of a 0.25% interest rate rise in February could even raise up to 0.5% given the hawkish tone of the latest Fed minutes. That, of course, means that in the background there are concerns that growth will be dampened to the extent that recession follows. Some good news has come out of China, not so much from a health perspective because they've basically reversed their zero tolerance COVID-19 policy. This has resulted in a fresh wave of infections, but the markets, of course, are looking ahead and rather more optimistic that this reopening could see something of an economic rebound in China. That's had a positive impact in terms of the Asian region in the first few days of trading this year. Similarly, the UK has also managed to keep its head above water. Even the FTSE 250, which was blighted by a near 20% fall last year, has managed to eke out a small gain in the week. And for what it's worth, after a couple of days of trading in the year to date, the Dow Jones currently down 0.7%, S&P 500 down 0.8%, Nasdaq down 1.5%, FTSE ahead by almost 3%. So looking to next week, there are a number of updates coming along, not least of which, of course, is updates from the Christmas period. There are trading statements due from both Tesco and Sainsbury, and the recent survey from Kantar would suggest that supermarkets on the whole had a fairly good Christmas. This could be something to offset the disappointment that the supermarkets have been seeing. If you look at the Tesco share price over the last year, it's down by 20%, Sainsbury's down by 14%. And even though dividend yields of 4.8% for Tesco and 5.8% for Sainsbury are in the background, there is nonetheless some work to be done. Also, of course, note that if the supermarkets have had a good Christmas, the same will probably apply to the discounters such as Aldi and Lidl, in which case price inflation and whether the supermarkets will eventually need to pass this on to consumers is something to bear in mind. Also, a trading statement due from Marks and Spencer, shares down around 45% over the last year. Let's see how they did at Christmas. In their most recent update, the clothing and home part of the business was seeing some signs of recovery. But of course, as always, they're likely to focus in on the success of their food business, which has been the jewel in the crown for some time. They may also give some sort of update in terms of their joint venture with Ocado. And finally, the house builders, which have obviously been under pressure, not least of which because of the dire economic outlook for the UK. Trading statements are due for Barratt Developments, whose shares are down 43% over the last year, Persimmon down 54% over the last year, and Taylor Wimpey down 39% over the last year. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.